Hi friends, how are you? I am Diana and I am so glad that you are here. Welcome or welcome back, even better. Today is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to share with you the setup that I have been able to work out for my 2025, and I know that's really odd wording, but I just I don't know if anybody else has problem finding a calendar, planner, date book, whatever you want to say, to be able to get them through the year, but I do. And so I have found what I think is going to be the absolute best setup for me, and I want to share it with all of you in case you are all looking for something as well. Don't worry, I will also have project updates, so that will probably be more towards the end. And for any of you who are like, just show us the stuff already, I will leave timestamps down below because I have been there. I totally get it. I'm not offended. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to see. I just want to see. So let me share with you my dilemma because, like I said, I feel like there's no way I'm the only one who has these issues, right? So the problem is, I like the idea of certain things, like the concept of certain things, but then but I'm not in love with it. I don't love it, right? So I love the idea of bullet journaling. I really do. And here's your typical A5 size and everything. But to be really honest, the fact that you look, Maddie helped me in here. The fact that you have this hardbound notebook, it feels like a lot of pressure for me, a lot of commitment. What if I do something and I decide I don't like it, and then I've got to try and rip it out, and then I don't like that, and I want to be able to have things set up in advance so that way, especially if there's something that I want to put into my calendar for a little further down, I want to make sure that I have a place where I can put that. But I know that I'm going to change my mind about whatever it is that I've decorated it in a certain way. It's not going to appeal to me the same. And so that's why this wasn't really working for me, but I like the idea of it. I want something like that. I like being able to decorate it. Also, as I stated, the size is not great for me. It's just a little bit too small. I love this size notebook. It's basically 7 by 9. And I know that there are some planners that are relatively close to this, or maybe exactly this. I think there's an 8 by 10. Is the Happy Planner maybe 8 by 10? I'm sorry. I don't know this for sure. But then I want nice paper, right? So, which is another thing why I like the bullet journals, because it's that 160, at the very least it's 120, right? GSM. And so it's that thicker paper. You can decorate on it and everything. And most planners are not that. And so I actually this past year made my own calendar in this notebook because I couldn't find the layout that I wanted. I like it set up a specific way, or else it would be set up that way, because I know you can do a horizontal or a vertical setup, but I wanted to be able to have a space where I can add stuff for the week or what have you. Tell me I am not the only person who does all this, but I do really like these notebooks by Fringe because the paper's a little bit thicker and it's really smooth. It makes it really nice to write on and everything. And so that's why I attempted to do that. But then again, I didn't want all of that having to set it up all by myself. And then I also felt like, you know, if I have a calendar, then I also want a notebook that I can carry around and write notes in. And then I have like multiple books that I want with me all the time. Or even like my reading journal, completely separate notebook and everything. So what I did was I looked into the leather portfolios, right? And again, here's another thing, like they're really expensive. Like they're out there, right? But $150, $200, some up to like $400, depending on if you want to customize it and everything. And I just didn't want to spend that much money on something. And so I went searching on Etsy and I found somebody who made the covers, and I also wanted like multiple strings in it. And so I finally found one, and she has set sizes that she'll make, but she also does like customizable, right? So you can tell her what size that you want. And I will link everything below. Nothing is affiliate, nothing is sponsored. If I happen to find like some type of a discount code, I definitely will link that below. But I just want to be able to share everything that I have spent the last 3-4-ish months trying to find for me to be able to get my setup all good. So this is what I have. I actually did a custom size. This I did a 7.5 by 9 because like I said, I like this size notebook, and this is a 7 by 9. And so I wasn't exactly sure how this would go. Like I didn't know how much bigger it would be or whatever. And then I also decided that I would just make my own notebooks, because like I looked it up and you can just sew your notebooks, right? So I was like, okay, I can order dot grid paper or even like lined paper in a thicker, and then I'll just make my own notebooks to be able to fit in here. And I actually I did not do that. Plum Paper, I found, has customizable notebooks that are staple bound. Now, time out, like a little side note to that, Plum Paper also does customizable planners. I believe they're either like spiral bound or disc bound, and you can select the layout and then select what you want to go into it and stuff. But again, it wasn't exactly what I was wanting, and this is what I always do. I always find something that's like semi what I want but not exactly what I want, and I didn't want to do that this year. But what I did find that they had are these notebooks, and they are this is the medium size. So like I didn't have to create my own size. This is the medium size. It's just short. It's like 6.25 by like 8.25. Hold on, maybe I have this written down. I don't know that this is like really detrimental to, oh, 6. I swear it's like 6.25 by like 8.25, maybe. I have like 6.75 by 8x5, but I don't think that's what size this notebook actually is. But anyway, they have lined, and they have multiple lined. They have wide ruled, narrow ruled, college ruled, like different size of the ruling that you can do. And then they also have dot grid. Do I not have one of those in here? Nope. They have dot grid, and then they have blank, and you can do any of those. You get to select your cover. You could also like customize on the cover, so they give you like a little space where it would basically do like a little label size, and then you can write whatever you want on it. But this is what I got, and this is what I set up for like my reading journal. And I figure like this way I have it with me and I can like write down my favorites for the month, and then I can get it to my favorite for the year. This way I can like set it up as I go, because I always change my mind. Or if I want to actually highlight one of the books that I was reading, then I can do that. And then I have all this empty space and I don't feel like I am waiting around for me to add in my calendar. Now, here's the other thing. The reason why this is so much bigger, because like I said, I wasn't sure and I thought I was going to make my own notebooks and everything, but my actual planner, my calendar, is that bigger size, and I can actually fit it in here, because right now it's okay, right? Like, do I love it? No, but it's working and I don't like to waste things. And so I was like, well, for right now, like this size fits in here, even though the rest of them are a little bit smaller. So I did order a smaller cover that would go with just this kind of size notebook, because I'm not gonna have this bigger calendar forever. And then that way I can move into like doing a bullet journal in another one of these. And I'm kind of curious to see how it would fit with just the smaller size. Now, this, what are we calling this? Portfolio, leather cover, whatever. It does have like multiple pockets, which was one thing that I really liked. It has like the card slots, right? And then you have a pocket here, and then it has a pocket in the back, and then a pen holder. And then this one has four elastics. So you have a space to put 4 of your notebooks. And I'm sure that it would also be tighter, because you can see there's a little bit of wiggle room because my cover is bigger than my notebook. So the smaller size is going to make your elastic a little bit smaller. But what I did find is the 9 inches. I'm trying to make sure you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The 9 inches is from the middle of the grommet to the middle of the grommet. So it's the actual space in between here. So that's what your notebook would be able to fit. And then the 7.5 obviously is just like a front cover. It's not including the binding, which this was about 1.5 inches. How big is that? About 1.5 inches. So that means that the whole thing is like 16.5 inches. If this is making any sense at all, I hope it is. And again, this also could have been customized. Like you can do stenciling or stamping anywhere, like on it, like in the corner, on the front or whatever. And then one of the things that I really like about with the leather is like the more you use it, the more it wears, it looks pretty, right? Like the prettier it looks. So that's where I am. I do have just a journal, and like where I put in my self-care bingo. I just started this for January. I haven't even entered any of my things. These stickers are from Planning with Kay, and I will link her site as well as her YouTube channel. I love her. I love all her stickers. She's really great. She creates stickers specifically for planners. And one of the nice things is they're all printed on like matte white. So that way it kind of blends into the paper, as opposed to a lot of stickers are shiny and slick, and then you can also write on them. But she also has just created like these tabs. So I have a section where I can do my journaling, and then like further down I'm gonna do where my projects are gonna be written. And then of course I have my reading journal, Also from her, she has the 5-star rating ones. I have those stickers so that I can put those on here. And then one of the options that they had from Plum Paper, instead of doing a dot lined or blank, is they have this coloring book, because sometimes, you know, you just want to color. And I was like, I love that. Like, something so simple, so easy, but I love that I can just kind of include that in here. And then, like I was saying, I love the idea of the bullet journal, because then I can kind of create it however I want. But I like that my whole calendar is already set up and everything. But you can always just add in like little stickers, even like over top of my dates, right? Just the day. Just because it makes it a little more personable. You know, like something not so plain. You're not tied to anything. You can do whatever you want. Like, but you know, like these calendar pages, they're not thick, so it's not like I really want to draw a whole lot. I don't want to like use my markers and stuff in the calendar, but I do in other places. And so this is what I found. I'll tell you what, I really thought I was going to be making my own planner, to be really honest. I was I was looking into leatherworking. So I had already researched how to make notebooks, and I was just gonna make my own notebooks because I like a certain size and I couldn't find them. Like, I searched everywhere and I could not find things. And then I had just started looking into like leatherworking and learning how to like do all of that, how to make sure that you have it all cut right, and like even like with the stitching, they pierce it previously, and then they like, so I had looked into all of this and I was like, I'm just gonna make my own. Maybe I should just start it and sell it to everybody else, because I know I cannot be the only one who wants things a certain way, and I'm tired of like making do. But this is where I am right now. This is the closest that I have. I actually really, really love this so far. So I will keep you updated. Like I said, I will make sure that I link everything down below, and I will add any discount codes or anything that I can find. But that's where I am with my planner. I love it. I'm so excited. I'm really excited to like see the smaller size, and I'll probably just stick in some of my other notebooks, because I did order a bunch during their Black Friday sale, just because I'm like, if I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I committed, right? Like, I had done all this research and this was the best that I could find for right now. So as soon as I get that, I will show that to you. But that's where I am with my planner. Now, like I said, I will make sure I have like timestamps linked down below. But here are my project updates. So I did get my handles on my bags. I really, really like it. I did slightly different colors. I don't know if you can tell, one's black and one's dark brown, but I like that too, the variants. I feel like I put them in a little bit lower. This one's a little lower. I feel like it's a little looser. Maybe I should do another round. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. But I do like the way that the bags turned out. So I did finish those. And then I did do my dog sweater, because my daughter said that her dog needed a sweater. Now, per usual, I did not use a pattern. I just kind of made it up as I went, but it did work up really easy, really fast. All it is half double crochets, except for the collar is singles, and then in the back loop, so that it makes that little rigid. And then if this is something that you are wanting to do, because I know this, I couldn't find what I wanted, and he likes to have his sweater all the way down, and a lot of them it's just like right over the top, and And so I was trying to find a way for it to be the way that the dog likes it. And so if you want me to write this pattern up, I would be happy to do so. It was really simple. All you need are a few measurements, the neck, and then the chest, and then I like to have like the belly length, and then I just added like another 4 inches on the top. So if that's something that you want, let me know. I'd be happy to write up that pattern for you all. But super easy, super fast. And then for my people at work, I decided that I wanted to make a something for their desk. I know that I had like done the coasters before, but I did these little herbal tea mugs. Like, oh my gosh. I didn't realize how cute they were until I like see them right now on the camera. So I made these little herbal tea mugs. Again, I did not use a pattern. So if this is something that you want, I'd be happy to write it up. It was not difficult at all. I just did my my circle to 30. This is a worsted weight yarn. I'm trying to make sure. I think I used the I Love This cotton. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I used a 4 and a 4. I'm trying to think if I used a 4.5 or a 4 1/4 or a 4, but I think a size 4 millimeter. And then I just did it to 30, and then I just went up until I felt like it was the right size. So again, super easy. I did all 3 of these yesterday afternoon. They worked up really fast. If this is something that you want, I'd be happy to write up a pattern and share this with you. So that was like something else that I did. I think I'm going to try and do more of these because they just bring me so much joy. Like, it's something so simple and they're just so dang cute. It just makes me so happy. So yeah, let me know about that. And then the last thing that I have is my sweater. We knew I was playing a bit of yarn chicken. I didn't make it. I have about half of a sleeve. Now remember, this is a very relaxed sweater. And so this is where I ended up. Let me see if I'll get it to match the actual other side. There we go. So we can see exactly. So I have this much left. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to have I wasn't going to know, like I wasn't going to really have a good idea of whether or not, because of the way that this goes with all of these little short rows and long rows and back and forth. And so like, do you see how this is like the sleeve, right? So this is the end. And once I sew it together, like, it's so loose, but that's part of why I really liked it, because it's such a relaxed fit. I looked everywhere. I looked everywhere. This is not even like my daughter's sweater, which is still in here because I just haven't had the drive to do it again. But I found a couple of people who actually have this yarn in their stash, like on Ravelry, but it's like in their stash. It's not for sale. So what I did was I ordered, because remember I was saying that I was going to order just like the cream color, because this is what they were saying went with this. Does it though? Like, so I was gonna use that to to sew it all together, and I do think that would work to sew it all together. I'm trying to like pull out an end so we can actually compare the ends of it, because I know sometimes it looks a little bit different. So here's the two. It's not horrible, but I'm sure that part of it is because this was it was dyed, right? Like it has the blue and the periwinkle color dyed with it, and so it's not like that straight cream color anymore, which is why I think that doing the seaming would be okay. But I have half a sleeve, right? So I do have all three colors. I guess I could possibly make a strand of the variegated yarn. Now, I did measure before I ran out because I was kind of wondering, and it's funny because it doesn't seem like there's really a whole lot of the blue or the purple, but this is actually like a 20-inch space on the yarn strand, and then it just works up so much smaller. But like that's a lot. That's a lot of knotting together and piecing it together. So I can either do that just so that I can finish a whole half of a sleeve. It'd be different if it was just a little tiny bit, but just so I can finish a whole half of a sleeve, or wait and see if they possibly carry this color again, or if somebody decides to sell it. I really need one hank. But I'm so upset with myself because I bought 8 and I thought that would be plenty. Of course, like I said, it's very relaxed, and we kind of found out exactly how much as I was putting it all together, but I don't know. You tell me. What should I do? Should I try and create my own yarn? Should I wait? I'm not tearing this all apart. It's either one of those two things, because I have like put so much into this, and the really sad thing is, again, I have nothing written down. I will probably never make another one. I literally have taken this sweater and laid things up against it so I knew how big it was and where to start and stop something. So yeah, there we are. So also let me know if you've made it this far. Do you want me to keep these kind of things separated, like since I kind of threw the crochet project things at the end of this, if I were to do updates on the planners or some of the other things? Would you want those in a separate video, or do you not mind them all together? Let me know that. Yeah, that's where I have, here we are almost into 2025. I don't even know where this year went, but I know that there's a lot I want to do in this new year. My brain is already like a big old jumble. I think of things constantly, and I just want to get like everything organized, and I just want to feel better. I want to feel better, like I have some kind of control over my life, and I feel like I didn't really do that this year. So let me know what your plans are for the new year. Let me know what you think about the planner, and like I said, I will have everything linked down below. And please, as always, let me know what you're working on, what I should do with this sweater, and I just wish all the very best for all of you, and I can't wait to see you in the new year. Bye.